secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Longhorns will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Turns it on in midfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Gators want to move quickly.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the...
Oh, he's got some space. Jumped on top of the pile. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism better.
And they can't make the connection on third down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This sure the Gators don't back down on third down. To the air, it's Bass. Finds his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that will help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, fourth down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground, he's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking downfield, it's Bass. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Buys a little extra time. Got room to work. Gets the first himself. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quarterback making checks. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Let's it fly. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Gators will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Handoff to the single running back. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Starts to scramble to the left. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires downfield. Complete in the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Rolls it in. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Bass. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Buys a little time. Creates a little space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Hobbs. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Longhorns! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead in 10-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Looking to pass. It's Bass. Right on the money. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Sam Houston looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 28 to Duke. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using his feet to buy time. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game.
Breaks into the open.
Man, I want to be the play caller. Just to have a guy at the quarterback spot that's over 100 yards now that he's chewed up. He can throw it, but he can also pull it down. He's so elusive, makes plays, really makes this offense go.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And down he goes back at the 3. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to surge it in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Bass. He tries to take the top off. He's got it. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quick handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Quarterback extends the play. Got his man on the right. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We we know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He leaves it with his back. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On the run, still looking. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy rock. Going over the top. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Bass. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. breaks the tackle. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now
makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.